Good evening, everyone. So my name is Loris Hamisola. I'm the first reporter of Group 4. Okay, tonight I'm going to discuss the second to the last chapter entitled Cost Analysis. Okay, before the end of the discussions, at least all of us should learn something. That's why we have these learning objectives that we need to accomplish before the discussions end. So the first objectives we need to learn how to select various self-management situations. Second is to learn the methods of implementations. Third objectives we have is to learn the importance of the return of asset managed. And the last objectives we have is to learn how to apply the cost analysis in any self-management situations in order to make an informed decision. Before we proceed to our main discussions about cost analysis, first we need to determine the complementary cost analysis, which is the sales analysis. Although the sales analysis is already explained to the previous chapters, but we need to learn a little bit the importance of sales analysis. So when we say sales analysis, it refers to the performance, the sales performance of any business, such as the revenue generated or the unit sold. So in short, the sales analysis is about revenue, while the cost analysis it's about assessing the expenses associated in producing the products or providing services. So in short, cost analysis is an expenses incurred when you produce products or services. Actually, some salespeople, they mainly focus on the revenue without realizing that cost analysis or cost is very important. So when we say importance, because cost analysis actually it helps the business. It helps the business to determine the profitability, and also it identifies the areas where the cost can be reduced and the profits and the profits margins can be increased. So as for the sales manager, the key to understand how the cost can be allocated in order to determine the profits or the true profits is about applying the three approach. So for sales managers, so the key to understand how the cost can be allocated in order to determine the profits in any particular products or services is to determine or apply the three approach. So we have here the full costing, we have the contribution analysis or contribution margin, and also the last approach we have is the activity-based costing or the ABC. So I'm going to discuss the 1 and 2, which is the full costing and contribution analysis. When we say full costing, it's a cost that associated. Actually, it's all the costs that associated in producing the products or providing services. So it includes direct cost, and also it includes indirect cost. So actually, we need to determine the difference between direct cost and the indirect cost. So when we say direct cost, this it's also considered a specific expense. So these are the costs that is tied up when you produce a product or services. So for example, for this direct costs are the raw materials. The raw materials when you produce the products, and also the labor itself. And when we say indirect cost, also the general expense, and also in other terms in accounting's fixed cost. So this cost is not really tied up with when producing the products and services, because this cost is like it's shared for all the organizations. So example for this, the fixed cost on the indirect cost are the travel expense, the rent expense. Why it becomes indirect cost? Because this cost it doesn't really change all the times. Like it's fixed. For example, the rent is fixed for the whole month, or the salary is fixed. So the computations for the full costing is sales equals to direct cost minus indirect cost. But when we use in accounting methods, so sales minus the cost of the goods sold and equals to the gross margin, then you have to less the indirect cost. Those are the administrative expense, the operating expense, and then the result will be your net profits. So full costing, in other terms, it's considered as net profits, or it's almost the same like when you compute income statement, except that it doesn't have the taxes, or it doesn't have this depreciations, or it doesn't have interest. It's just simplified. That's just sales less the cost then the result will be your revenue. For example, the company sells is 50,000 and then the cost of the goods sold is 30,000, so your gross margin will be 20,000. So the gross margin is the percentage of the revenue, just a percentage, not the whole revenue. Then after that, you have the 20,000 gross margin, then you have to less the indirect cost, the rent, travel expenses, operating, etc. For example, 10,000. So your net profit will be 10,000. So the next method we have is the contribution margin or the contribution analysis. So actually this method focuses mainly in the revenue and the variables. So the formula for this contribution margin is contribution margin is the selling price minus the variable cost. So this contribution margin actually it focuses on the unit per unit, not even you have the whole volume of the productions, but it only focuses on the unit, how much it costs. For example, if you're selling one stick of banana Q, so the selling price of the banana Q is 10, and then your variable cost, for example, the banana is 5 or the oil is 1, so you have the 6 pesos variable cost. So you deduct the selling price of 10 minus 6, you have the 4 pesos. That is your contribution margin. So that's the end of my report. Again, I'm Miss Loris Hamisola. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, classmates. I'm the second reporter. My topic is all about ABC accounting or activity-based costing. ABC is a method used to allocate cost to products or services based on the activities that are required to produce them. So, ang kuan ko no, ang ABC or activity-based costing kay kuan ko na siya, mo siya ang allocate og cost. So, means na mo allocate, mo hatag na siya og budget ko sa mga expenses sa paggamit ito sa product. Dayon kung unsa kayo ang mga procedure, so diha ra ka magkuan sa cost niya sa ABC. It is based on the simple premise that almost all company activities are in support of manufacturing or producing, marketing, and delivering goods and services to the customer. So, mao po ni siya ang dako of function sa kanang activity-based costing sa, di ba kay sa atong magamata og product, diha man gyud ang pinakadako og expenses kay from the gikan sa mga raw materials, sa mga products nga atong gigamit sa transporting, sa mga packaging. So kinahanglan gyud na siya og kanang costing ko, mag-cost gyud na siya, mag-expense gyud na siya kay kinahanglan man pud ta og kanang presentably ang atong packaging kay para pud ang mga customer mas kuan pud sila, mas kanang ganahan pud sila mo palit sa imong product kay based lang daan sa imo ang kanang sa imo ang packaging mo kayo lang nga unsa ka niya product ka, wow kanindot ba ani, so magkuan makainganyo bitaw maka sila nga makakuan og maka-catch og attention sa mga consumer. So ang activity based kanang costing nada siya tulo ka resources. So one is tulo ka basic information, one is resources, 2 is activities, 3 is and cost object. So ang sa resources di ay kay refers to the various inputs or factors used by a business or organizations in its operations that contribute to the production of goods and services. So kung sa resources po, so panalitan example ani, labor, materials o overload ko. So dire na to gikuan sa resources ko. Kung labor, di ba, ang gipasabot sa labor, kita na ang mga tao kay kung wala pud ta, kinsa man ang magmulihok sa mugama sa product. So dapat ang labor na kita na, so kita ka nang labor man ta, so napot tay mga income ana, so makatabang pud sa ato ang economy nga mga tao pud nga makakuan pud provide pud og trabaho. So ang materials, kung unsa ang materials nga atong gigamit, kung durable ba siya, kung unsa ang quality sa atong product, so diha po siya mag-base. So muna ang atong expenses, ang atong cost ani naka-base sa ato ang kanang materials nga atong gigamit. So dayon ang activities. So ang resources kay are the object. So mo tong giyon ganiha, people, equipment, systems required to carry out activities. So sa diri sa equipment system, so daghan po tao kanang mga materials gipanggamit kay kanang mga equipment para mas mapadali bitaw ta maka-produce sa product. Ang second kay activities. Kay mo ni siya are any events, units of work or tasks with a specific goals or activities. So diha na sa ato ang pagkuan sa atong product. So diha na kung giunsa siya pagbuhat, diha na siya din kung unsa pud kaayo nga ato ang kanang goal sa ato ang product na mao natong gusto nga kalabasan bitaw sa atong product ng gamon. Then cost objects so are associated with products, channels and customers, all of which are particularly relevant to marketers. So, kang cost object, so, muna ang cost sa mga object nga itong ipanggamit sa product ko, no? Sa channels, so, ang channels, kabalo naman ta kung gikan sa ang pagtransport ana, kung asagikan, so, sa manufacturers, sa wholesalers, sa retailers, so, kung hantod maabot sa end users. Exhibit 12.4, so, diri sa, muna siya sa sales cost. Kaya, diri ko no sa totals na Department 1, Department 2, Department 3. So, diri ko sa sales, overall sales, kay ni Juan siya og $500,000. So, sa Department 1, ang halin niya, ang sales niya, $250 sa Department 1. Ang sa Department 2, $150,000. Ang sa Department 3, kay $100,000. So, muna siya, ang total cost niya na $500,000 kay gikan sa Department 1, Department 2, and Department 3. Dayon, ang cost of goods sold, so money, cost of goods, money ang nahalin. Muna ang total niya, $400,000. So, sa Department 1, $225,000. Sa Department 2, $125,000. O sa Department 3, $50,000. Kung muta naman kung giyon sa siya pagkuhagi, ada na siya. Ang Department 1, 2, o 3, ada na siya mo ng overall cost of goods sold. Dayon, ang selling expenses, sa Department 1 ko no, so kablo po tanong kung sa expenses, so mo itong mga gastuhan. So mo ko no ni sa atong pag-selling expenses mo daw ni sa Department 1, ang ilaang kuan gasto kay 12,500. Sa Department 2, 7,500. Sa Department 3, ang 5,000. So overall, 25,000. Then sa total variable cost, sa Department 1, 237,500. Department 2, 132,500. O sa Department 3, 55,000. So, ni-over siya og 425,000 ang total variable cost. Then, ang contribution margin, mauni siya sa Department 1, 12,500. Department 2, 7,500. At sa Department 3, 45,500. So, ni-total siya og 75,000. Then, ang fixed cost, kay na siya gasto sa administrative expenses mo ng 50,000. So, ang net profit niya mo na lang ng 25,000. Dayon, diri na punta sa Exhibit 12.5. So, ang resources, sa akong pag-explain kaniya, so, ang resources mo na tong refers to the various inputs of factors used by a business or organization. So, mga itong ginagamit nato ganiha sa itong labor, itong material. So, dayon, ang sa resources dahil na siya ay resources drivers. So, ang resources drivers, mo rin siya nga refers to the factors that directly influence the cost incurred by an organization in producing goods or providing services. So, ang example ani, sa manufacturing ko no, resource drivers could include machine hours, direct labor hours, or unit products. So, maunang sa resources. So, procedure. The general procedure followed in the conducting a cost or profitability analysis first involves specifying the purpose for which the cost study is being done. So, sa dilit pag yun magkuanta no, sa namin kaya procedure kung unsaon. So, dali ta sa number 1, specify purpose and determine functional cost center. So, ang dikuan dali siya, involves na siya sa defining the objects or goals of a particular activity or department within an organization, can effectively allocate resources, monitor performance, and make informed decisions to optimize operations and achieve their strategic objectives. So, mo na din dapat sa mag-business ta dapat i-specify nato kung sa atong purpose sa atong product. So, i-determine nato siya kay para kuan ang cost niya makakuan bitaw ka ng ma-center bitaw nato yung cost kung pila gid ang dapat nga budget i-allocate ana nga product. Second kay spread natural account cost to functional cost center. So, diri ang natural are the categories of cost used in the normal accounting cycle. These costs include such things as salaries, wages, rent, taxes, or auto expenses, raw materials, and office equipment supplies. So, muna siya, diri na ito siya kuan ang ato ang salaries and wages, dahil ato daw abang. So, muna ito akong i-explain ganiha. Then, ang number 3, okay, allocate functional costs to appropriate segments using some reasonable basis. So, reasonable means distributing or assigning shared costs such as administrative support or overhead costs to specific segments or departments within a company based on a logical method. And last is some allocated costs to determine contribution of the segment. So, 3 is to determine the contribution of a segment refers to aggregating all the costs allocated to that segment and then analyzing how those costs relate to the segment's revenue or other performance metrics. So, mo-provide po daw ni siya a clear picture of the financial impact of running or particular segment within the organizations, enable management decisions and strategic planning. That's all my report. Thank you.
Hey, sir, I'm Elijah Ramos Sumasala, the third reporter. So, I will explain the natural accounts, the categories of costs used in the normal accounting circle. So, gitawag siya ang natural accounts because it includes the salaries, wages, rent, taxes, auto expenses, mga raw materials, and office equipment or supplies. So, we have Exhibit 2.9, the functional cost groups and basis of allocation. So the first one is selling direct costs. It includes the personal costs by salespeople and supervisors on accounts and prospects, sales salaries, incentives, compensation, travel expenses. And the second is selling indirect costs. So it includes the field supervision, field sales, office expense, sales administration expenses, sales personnel training, etc. The third is advertising. As you can see, ang advertising na siya ay bayad. So, it includes the media costs such as TV, radio, billboards, internet, newspapers, magazines. So, muna siya mga klase na makita na to ang isa ka product na i-advertise nila. And the fourth is sales promotions. It includes the coupons, premiums, trade promotions such as price, allowances, point of purchase displays, cooperative advertising, and transportation. So, kanisha is important din siya when it comes to mag-deliver the products, mga finished goods, gikan sa planta to warehouses or warehouses to consumers or customers. And 6, storage and shipping. So, muna siya ang mga finished goods inventories in warehouse, rent, public warehouse charges, so mga car insurance and taxes on finished goods inventories. And 7, order processing. So, kanin siya mostly, makita niyo na yung kanang umorder mo bitaw mo sa Shopee. So, na-add siya sa packaging. So, una, i-check pa nila ang checking and processing of orders from customers, then i-shipping dates nila, coordination with the production planning, transmittal of production, pricing customer invoices, print accounting, credit and collection, handling cash receipts, provision of bad debts, salary, supplies, space, and equipment costs. So, muna siya yung mga costs na akong gi-mention diri tanan. Pito na siya kabuo. Next, so, as you can see, makita na to diri sa example na siya sa profit and loss statement. So, ang isa ka kumpanya, ma-detect na siya o nikita ba siya or nalugi. So, muna siya ang scenario about ni Hurricane Performance Bicycle Company ng Orlando office. So, siya is sales, then cost of goods, then ang total sa gross margin. So, bali, minusan na siya. And dire makita na to ang mga expenses and the total tanan sa expenses. And also, ang total expenses na dire ang amount. So aning gross margin gimanusan siya aning kuan total selling administrative expenses mo na siya nahimo siyang 160,475. Then mo na siya yung net profit but because it's negative mo na siya ni net profit loss.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, classmates. I am Pris Mascardo, the fourth reporter, and my topic is the functional cost and the natural account along the side. The functional cost categories across the top and the natural account categories along the side. So, later, ato na siya makita ang example ani kung anong nasa top ang functional account, then naapod sa side, along the side ang natural accounts. So, the individual entries indicate how a total natural cost is apportioned according to purpose. Note that the sum of all the functional costs in a row equals the natural cost for that row. So here are the example of exhibit 12.11, allocation of natural accounts to functional accounts. So as we can see here, ang functional accounts naagin siya sa top, and then the natural accounts naagin siya sa diri nga side. So si natural accounts naka-dated din sa salaries, commission, advertising, postage, and supplies, packaging, materials, rotation, charges, travel, expenses, and rent. So, si functional accounts, naapod siya ay nakakuan diri group nga si direct selling, advertising, warehousing, and shipping, order processing, and billing, and the last one is transportation. So, di ba, kung i-explain din na nga ang sum sa functional accounts mooy maadto sa natural accounts. So inani na siya. So sa natural accounts na si salaries. So si salaries ang iyang total diri is 309. So asa ni gikan ang 309,000? 1,000 nino? So kaning 309,000 gikan ni siya ni 257 plus 24,000, 257,000, 24,000, and 28,000. So, imo na silang i-add. Kana silang tulo. Equals to 309. So, mo na siya. Ang answer ani, ang sum ani niya, 2 ani, natural accounts, which is 309,000. Next is commissions. So, commissions here in functional accounts is naa siya 49,635 sa ihang direct selling. So, sunod is advertising. Advertising niya is 254,000. So, postage and supplies, naa siya 980 diri sa order processing and billing. So, 980 ang iyahang allocation. And then, sa packaging materials is 60,840 diri sa warehousing and shipping. Next is transportation. Ang transportation nila sa functional accounts is 182,520. So sa natural accounts, same lang siya kay mo. Wala man siya ilaing gi-add. So kana na siya. Next is travel expenses. So travel expenses, there is a direct selling is 76,000 lang. And then sa rent is naa siya'y 130,000. Ang asa gikan ning 130,000. So diri na siya sa direct selling, naa siya'y 28,000. Sa iyang warehousing and shipping, naa siya'y 95,000. And then sa iyang order process and billing, naa siya'y 7,000. So, ang total niya is 130,000. Kaya mo na siyang i-add sa 28,000, 95,000, o 7,000. So, the next thing to do is you need to add the from salaries to rent. Muna na siya ang total amount sa natural accounts. Kani si 1,062,975. So, asa naman po na siya gikan? So, diri na po na siya gikan sa mga total sa functional accounts. Nga, diri sa direct selling na siya 410,600 635. And then sa iyang advertising, naa siya 254,000. And then sa warehouse and shipping, naa siya 179,840. And then sa ordering, processing, and billing, naa siya 35,980. And the last one is transportation. So sa transportation, naa siya 182,520. So, i-add mo na siya si Kuan sa direct selling, advertising, warehousing, or ordering, processing, and billing, o sa transportation, mo-equals ni siya, ang iyang total is naa sa functional accounts, which is 1,062,975. Next is direct selling. So, direct selling for the is the salary and commission items need little explanation. They reflect what each representative is paid. So, here are the example of the basic data used for allocation. Exhibit 12.12. So, first, we have here information by product. So, nakamutan ni product. Next is selling price per unit, cost per unit, gross margin per unit, number sold in period, sales in period, advertising expenditures. So, ato makita diri nga si A naa siya selling price per unit nga 230. So karon asa naman pud gikan ning 230? So diri na siya gikan sa cost per unit 180, then sa gross margin per unit imo na siyang i-add is equals to 230 na siya. The number sold in period ni A is 6,450. Then sales in period niya 1,483,500. Advertising expenditures 120,000. So si B, same lang gyapon same lang gyapon ang process pero dili sa same og kuan. Selling price per unit. So si B naa siya 180. So, ang iyang cost per unit, naa siya 150, then gross margin per unit, naa siya 30. And then, itotal na mo si 150 of 30 equals to 180. Inana siya ang iyang kuha. Then, ang iyang number sold in period is naa siya 10,060. And then, sales in period, naa siya 1,810,800. Then, advertising expenditure, naa siya 80,000. O, 80,000. So, si C, naabot siya yung 120. So, same lang hapon. Sa cost per unit, na siya 100. Sa gross margin per unit, na siya 20. At silang duha, 120. So, ang ihang number sold in period, na siya 30,420. And then, sales in period niya, 4,963,500. Then, sa iyang advertising expenditure, na siya 254,000. So, mo na siya ang example sa data. Mo na siya example data sa product. So, now, makita sa information by salesperson. So, salesperson, makita na ito diri sa number of sales calls. So, next is number of orders. Then, number of units sold. So, na siya ABC. Itong ganina. So, first, na-diri si Nichols. So, si Nichols, na siya number of sales calls nga 75. The number of orders niya is 50. Dayon, ang iyang number of units sold sa A na siya 1,400, sa B na siya 2,210, sa C na siya 3,410. Imo na siyang i-add ng tulo. Ang total niya is 7,020. So same lang gapon din ni Pog man daw na imo sa internet. Yung number of sales calls 125. The number of orders, 65. Ang number of units niya sa ABC, sa A na siya 1,725, sa B 2,725, sa C 3,515. Dayon, ang iyang total, same lang gyapon, imo ra siyang ipang-add ang tulo. Ang total niya is 7,965. So same lang gyapon ni Tucker. Si Tucker na siya 100 sa number of sales calls. Then napod siya AP sa number of orders, then sa iyang A nga number of units sold na siya 1,614, sa B na siya 2,516, sa C na siya 3,479. So same lang yapon ang process, add ng tulo equals ang total is 609,000. 7,609. So, itotal lang nimo na siya sa ABC 6,450. Then si B na siya 10,060, dayon si C na siya 13,910. So, ang total niya is 30,420. So, through this data guys, kuan na siya ikuan kana siya kanang purposes kung nganong kinahanglan ni siya nga data. So first ani kuan ni siya makatabang sa pag-identify sa atong target markets and potential customers and more accurately. So meaning ma-analyze nato ilang mga purchasing behavior diri. So next is determining the most profitable territories for sales representatives to operate in. So, makabalo ka kung kinsang teritoryo, kinsang representatives ang most profitable. Mas kusog, kinsay kanang kusog nila mamaligya, then kinsay, basta daghan siya of sales, profitable siya nga pagka-salesperson. So, next is identify which product performing well in which location. So, diri na to makita kung asa dapat ang atong product ni perform o maayo, dayon asa dapat ang ihang location. So last is allow direct selling companies to track the performance of individual representatives and teams. So tinuod siya. Ani nga data, makita nato ang unsay mga performance sa atong mga sales representatives. So importante kayo ni siya. So that's all my topic. Good evening once again. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ricky Rodriguez, fifth reporter. I will explain the advertising. The advertising expenses borne by each salesperson are determined by multiplying this per unit advertising charges by the number of bicycle of each model that each rep sold. So advertising, now we're talking about the advertising. So how to promote your product or for the brand awareness of your product. So mas gastos yun yung mag-advertise sa ta. So natay tulo ka advertising expenses has three reasons. So, money siya katong mga gasto nato sa inig-advertise nato. So, first, the per unit approach is one of the most popular. So, money nga itong mga brand nga, for example, sa Honda nga brand nga motorcycle. So mas popular siya, mas dako siya gasto. Then second, there is no clearly prepared alternative in the literature. So, magbayad nagyan punta sa bisag ulay klaro nga kuan pagka writing. So, bayaran nagyan na to ang pagkuan nila, pagservisyo. So, number 3, the example is designed to illustrate the cost analysis process, not to provide the last word on all possible nuances. So, muna siya katong mga design, katong nag-design, bayaran nagyapon na ito sila. So, katong apil tong mga katong nagkuhan ka, katong mga labay-labay ra nga inig-advertise. So, apil nagyapon siya sa gastos na to inigkuhan. Apil nagyapon siya sa bayad. So, dire na sa warehousing and shipping. In regards to warehousing and shipping costs, the profitability analysis by sales representatives does not include an allocation for the warehouse person salary, because that salary will continue regardless of what the sales rep sold, rather all that is allocated to the salespeople are the packaging which amount of $2 per bicycle. So for example, ani, so katong sa Shopee. So natay mga shop sa Shopee, natay mga warehouse diri sa Manukan. Then ang salary nila, ang salary sa mga kuan, nag-maintain na gyapon ang salary nila isag kuan. Nasa sila yung mga shipping daghan silang shipping na kuan na ship. Processing costs that are allocated are the direct expenses for postage and supply lines. Order processing costs are most directly linked to the number of orders, which produces an allocation of $4 per order. So order processing, for example, sa mga online selling. So for example, nag-order ka sa order ka og mga ukay. So kanang nga imong gimay nga item, so nag-order pa order processing ko na siya sa dili na siya dito makuha nimo maabot, i-ship pa na siya. So transportation charges amount to $6 per bike. These are charged against the individual sales representatives according to the number of bicycles each sold. When all these expenses are aggregated and subtract from the gross margin. So ano siya nga katong mga transportation nga. So mo niya katong mga kuha na to sa transportation nga kuha na to sa sa lain nga i-transfer na to nga ang item, then ang katong tibok alin tibok nga kuha na to nga nahalin atong aggregate, then i-subtract na to sa i-subtract na to ang katong kinatibukan nga halin, then mo na to profits nga to na maabot. Promise and problems. For example, sa usa ka kumpanya ito ang gisaligan. So katong mga problema nga nahitabo diya sa kumpanya, ikaw ang nag-handle. So katong mga losses dapat ikaw mo ang mga losses o katong mga nawala. So ikaw ang dapat hatagan nimo mga solution nga dapat mag-growth ang imong mag-growth ang usa ka kumpanya para mas mutaas, mas mo success ang imong ang usa ka kumpanya nga ma-achieve.
Good evening, sir. So I am Marlo Parame, the last reporter. So I will discuss the return of assets managed. So sales and cost analysis provide the sales managers with two important financial techniques for controlling the personal selling function. So ang sales kay alin, ang cost kay expenses. The formula for return on asset managed, or ROAM, reflects both the contribution margin associated with a given level of sales and assets turnover. It is as follows. So ROAM, so mo ang formula niya, contribution as a percentage of sales times asset turnover rate. So dire mo makita, so sales asa duha ka branch, so branch A and branch B. The cost of goods sold, so gross margin less variables branch expenses, mas dako ang branch A niya kaysa sa branch B. And salaries, commissions of office expenses, travel entertainment. So, dire na po ni mas dako ra gyapon ang sa branch A kung i-compare sa branch B. So, branch contribution of profit, branch investment, accounts receivable, inventories. So, dire ni dako ang sa branch B kung sa nitubo bitaw siya kung ni kuan siya kanang ni taas ang iya ang kuan sa inventories. So, in earnings as a percentage of sales turnover and branch percentage return as asset managed. So, kung ano ito, nilabawan ko daw sa branch B kung i-compare sa branch A. The use of ROM to evaluate the performance of two sales branch. Note the branch A sold more than branch B, and the gross margin on these sales was higher. So both in total and as a percentage of sales because of the mix of products. Branch B large as a branch A. So the return on investment was higher in branch B than in a branch A. So receivables as a percentage of sales, inventories or as a percentage of sales. So branch A still be and branch B, so ni mas lamang na po sa branch A kung i-compare sa branch B na ay 20%. Kaysa ang branch A, ang branch B ay 10%. So ang yang inventories as a percentage of sales, lamang niya pa ng branch A na say 30%, ang branch B kay 15%. So management made it logically as what would happen up to ROAM in branch A if receivable or inventory as a percentage, a sales or both were reduced to the level existing in a branch B. So asset managed, and another important dimensions to the financial control features. So dari na naiba ko nga sa ROAM, so nasa contribution as a percentage of sales times asset turnover. The annual contribution divides sa sales divides assets plus assets W plus asset X plus asset Y and plus asset C.